everyone, this is Alpha Ali. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. So today I'm doing a VOD review. This is actually for Luke, and it is a Gold 5 game, and it was actually a win. Basically, they've come to me asking for a bit of advice about their positioning, as well as randomly using their GAs, which kind of come two and two very a lot of the time, where it's like if you have a good position to begin with, you don't need to be utilizing your GA in order to, you know, randomly GA. Instead, you can use it to get to another better position. So I guess we're kind of like talking a lot about that today. But just quickly, if you guys do want your own Mercy VOD review, are you wanting your own free Mercy VOD review? I do them live on my Twitch for free at 2 PM UK on Sundays. They cost 7,500 channel points, which you simply get by just watching the streams. If you can't make it that time, then do not worry, as I also record them offline whenever I'm free, and all of them get uploaded to this channel. But if you guys want to see any of my own gameplay as well, you can visit my main channel. If you do need any help with anything, then don't be afraid to message any of my lovely mods on Discord. The links for everything that I've just mentioned will be down in the description. Now, back to the VOD. And yes, we're kind of like just get straight into it. I think we have Mist on today. Mist, I feel like, is a really, really cute, I guess, like basic-y kind of option. Because it's honestly, it's such a cute like little skin and everything as well. And I feel like it's quite underrated. I don't see a lot of people using this one quite a bit. I think it's such like a plainish one. But it's nice if you want that kind of, you know, plainish vibe. Looking at your team comp, we have ourselves a Farah, who's really, really great to damage boost. We also have a Sim as well, who's really great to damage boost when she has high charge. We have Ryan, who's great to damage boost like for fire strikes. And we also have Moira, just really making sure that we're not kind of forcing Moira to use her fade in order to get to the team, and instead we're gonna we can GA and get in quite easily compared to the Moira. So it's very much kind of like staying with Farah a lot of the time in the air, but making sure that we can get back to come and help these guys as we're doing so. Okay, as I think I said this kind of before, because I tried to record this before, but there was an issue with the audio, so that's why I've kind of like already done quite a bit the first like team fight or so. I really like playing with Farahs on this map. Like, playing with Farahs on this map is so fun because of the amount of, like, coverage you can get on this first point. So I'm going to definitely try to give you some tips on that. But let's get started with it. Looks like we got Farah that wants to do some spam damage at the spawn door. Don't worry too much about, you know, your Farah taking a bit of damage here. It's okay. She'll know her limit, so don't worry. Awesome. So, coming to this first team fight here, really key thing I'm going to say to you, though, is you're not playing far back enough, okay? Right now, you're very much utilizing this, what is called soft cover, okay? Soft cover is stuff like shields and DM from, like, D.Va and stuff like that. It's only temporary, and it'll only be there for how long the tank can use that kind of, or, like, a Mei wall, for example. So it's however long that can be used for, because remember, that's not going to be there the entire of the time, okay? We want to try our best to use as much hard cover as possible, like for example the map here, okay? So instead of you trying to kind of like play around your Ryan soft cover like this, you want to play around hard cover, and I play back here. The reasoning is because A, it's going to take a while for the enemy team to come to you. B, you can watch these flank angles, because what's going to happen is this Reaper's going to TP round and come around to you guys in a sec, and you as Mercy are the main person that can spot these kind of like flanks and be like, hey team, there's someone there, kind of thing. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to play back here. Don't worry about what the enemy team are playing, because you'll discover who they have by the sounds of the shooting. For example, I've already seen a Zen trying to shoot, so that means I know they've got a Zen, okay? So it's very much that we can learn whatever's happening by literally just standing back here and listening, and whatever either A, our team say, or B, whatever we can just pick up as the game starts to go along, okay? But just play back here, watch these flank angles for our team, and just make sure that we're playing back, okay? Let's keep going though. Let's see what ends up happening. So, nice, obviously heals onto our Farah. Nice picking up our Sim as well, because you realize that she's in a little bit more danger. Ryan pins in, but it's fine because we're there to pick him up. Don't be afraid to put like the damage boost onto that fire strike. Why we're doing here, because I see the Ryan is critical and our Moira for some reason isn't really healing it as much, I would mainly just be working on trying to heal up the Ryan here, okay? So as much as you can, try to make sure that you're working on healing up the Ryan. Now, I'm not saying follow him into this pin, because this, you know, your Ryan's been a bit stupid now going in for this like very aggressive pin when he's like 10 HP, okay? You know, like still try to, you know, help top it up until he goes for this aggressive stuff, in which case you think to yourself, okay, that's a bit too aggressive for my liking. Let's just kind of play safe and play backed off, okay? So just make sure we're kind of helping to top him up a little bit more as we're going along there. Let's keep going though. So our Ryan's obviously going to get picked off. Whenever you see a Ryan pin in like that, just be like, okay, he's going to die. There's no need to peek him or anything there. Obviously nice, we're healing up Farah. Don't GA into the Ryan here. okay? Yes, your sim gets pinned. As soon as your sim gets pinned, you just have to be like, okay, sim's dead. Because unless if you can, you know, get rid of a load of health from the Rhine, which unfortunately you're not going to be able to, that's your sim dead. So don't G into the Rhine here, because it's going to, you know, you might end up getting, like, having, like, 2 swings, especially if you do a sling, as you did. It means that Rhine could just go, boom, boom, and you're dead, okay? Instead, I want you to think, okay, Sim's dead here. We can't do anything about Sim. What are we going to do here? And what I would probably do here is I would use my Farah now, okay? I would think, okay, Sim's dead. Let's go with my Farah. Let's try and maybe work down this Rhine a little bit more, and then I can maybe get off a res, okay? Because right now, Sim's gone, and we don't want to be anywhere near that Reinhardt, because Reinhardt's only effective at a very close range, okay? So, play back with your Farah, play up in the air, and let's see what we can do from that. Let's keep going, though. I want to see what you end up doing here. So, Moirans are falling. Don't go for the res, which is nice. Nice. Okay. With this sling, you want to make it up here. The reason is because right now you're just waiting for respawners, okay? You're waiting for your Rhine to respawn, and you're waiting for your Moira and your Sim to respawn, because they'll respawn really, really quickly, okay? Plus, with the Sim TP, your team are going to get back probably for another recon test right now, okay? So what you don't want to do here is you don't want to sling out into the enemy team, okay? Because we now can view the scoreboard and be like, okay, who's the enemy team got? They've got a Ashe. Okay, that means that we need to not sling ourselves out into the open. They've got Ana. Ana can very easily shoot us out in the open as well. And Zen can also do so really, really nice. Okay, there's the 3 people there that we don't want to be trying to peek at all if we can help it. Okay, so instead of you doing your sling out here, when you're playing with Farah, think, okay, where can I play safely as well as help benefit her? And right now, this will be this high ground. If she decides to move around, we can then utilize this high ground, or we can utilize being underneath her, like here. Or heck, if she decides to play on the roofs, we can also play on the roofs with her as well, okay? Just whenever you're with a Farah, look to see where is the best and safest place I can be for myself so I can still enable my Farah, but not get picked off at the same time. And what I would do here is I would do this by playing on this high ground here out of the way and playing with my Farah. Alright, let's keep going though. So, oh, why am I in 3D? I don't know how I've done that. Did I press spacebar? Ah, there we are. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, as people don't know, by the way, when I'm watching this VOD, I currently got acrylic nails on, so it's very, very hard for me to hit the keyboard right now. Obviously I'm a console player, so I play on a controller a lot of the time, but I do the VODs on PC. And it's just so funny that I'm like having to like press with like the top of my nail. But anyways, so we'll carry on with this. So Ryan's come to pin in. Nice healing on the Ryan, just make sure that he's okay. Farah gets antied, you can't really do too much about that. Ooh, okay. Good res, but you need to communicate this res, okay? What you need to do is when you're with your Farah here, what I need you to do is I need you to make sure that you're communicating with your Rhine that you want to do this res, okay? Because this was risky, and don't get me wrong, it's a good res, okay? Because obviously, you know, you want to try and keep up your Farah, and your Farah can do a lot of damage here, okay? So first, like, try to see whether your Rhine's gonna make it out, and if your Rhine can, ask him to shield, either for a ping saying, oh, I'm gonna res this, or say it in voice, be like, hey, I'm gonna res this, can you shield me, okay? Because unlike a GM match or like some kind of like high level match, Rhines aren't gonna think be like, oh, this Mercy needs to res, let's shield for the res, okay? You have to, especially in lower ranks, you have to sit there and be like, Rhine, I want to res, and then tell him what he needs to do, because a lot of the time, you know, they're just gonna, for example, like what your Ryan's done, you know, he's not gonna think, oh, my Mercy needs to res kind of thing, okay? So just make sure that you're kind of like saying to the Ryan, like, hey, I want to res, and you go in, okay? If you feel like he can't sustain that damage, it might be better for you to try and keep him up for a little bit if you can, okay? But anyways, we get the res off. Nice that you're back into some cover as well for a second just to play safe. We've gone up. Oh, okay, your Farah's gone, unfortunately. I was just about to say, I would have done the sling to head up onto that high ground there, just to make sure that we can still, like, kind of stick with your Farah. She's unfortunately fallen, but we do have our Sim and our Moira left. Let's see what they end up doing. So, it looks like we're backing out. Yeah. So as soon as you see our Sim backing out like that, just like, okay, we're going to back out, recontest, go again. Your Moira's in their backline, because why not? Slay, I guess. There, so your Sim unfortunately gets pinned again. is what it is. I'm thinking to myself now that Ryan's getting pretty close to Shatter, so I'd be looking to make sure that I'm playing off to the side, okay? Because we just got 2 stagger kills, and you really want to try and make sure that, sorry, I say 1 stagger kill, your Moira is still in the backline somehow. So I'd be looking to make sure that we're not staggering anymore. Ryan's gonna be close to Shatter, so I know I can't res this, so I'm gonna be looking to play on these stairs here. I want to play on these stairs because what's most likely gonna happen is Ryan's gonna walk forward, see the Hog and Soldier, hammer down, and it just means that you end up falling, okay? So what you want to do here is you want to play in this section here, so it means that you can still have options, you know, to peek these guys, but as soon as the hammer down comes in, you can then play back here, and you're not going to get caught out by the slam that's probably going to happen in this corridor in a second, okay? So just make sure that you're kind of helping with these 2 playing up here, and then you're playing back here for when that Ryan shy is probably going to happen. Okay, let's see what ends up happening. So you're playing back with the soldier, which is nice. Nice, helping with the Hog, and as predicted, the shatters come down, okay? It's all just making sure that we're playing off to the side, or we're playing up on, you know how there's like this like little ledge bit here? You can play up on here as well in order to help you, okay? It's just making sure that we're trying our best to make sure that we're not getting caught out by these ultimates ourselves, okay? And that is the best way that you can carry as Mercy in some of these lower ranks, by just making sure that we are able to stay alive and we're not going to die by things like this, for example, which are quite avoidable as Mercy, okay? My dreadful position. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but it's just you weren't aware that Ryan's gonna have Shatter. Okay, the reason why I know he's gonna have Shatter is because of how much he's done during the past team fights. Okay, what he's done is he's pinned the sim, didn't it? So he's gonna get a lot of ult charge from that. He then did the fire strike kill onto your Moira. He also killed your Rhyme, and then when it came for the recon test, he killed your Rhyme again, and then he's just pinned your Sim as well, along with a few extra swings here and there on other people. That is more than enough for him to have his Shatter. So it means that I would already be looking to make sure that I'm up and out of the way for that Shatter. Okay, let's keep going though. So you end up getting shattered, get picked off. Is what it is. We just need to fully reset as a team now because we're staggering a lot. So your Hog falls. Hopefully your Soldier will fall pretty quick as well, or just reset. Looks like it's going to reset, which is quite nice. So we have a cast now to work with our Soldier. Both really good damage boost targets. Just a really quick thing in case people don't know. Damage boost Soldiers at the beginning and then go to cast. The reasoning is because Soldier is more of a long-range hero compared to Cass, so Cass is not going to do a lot of damage. The only time I would damage boost Cass over Soldier at the beginning of a team fight is purely if our Soldier already has ultimate and our Cass is very close to it, because then it means we can have 2 ultimates for the next team fight, okay? So work on damage boost your Soldier first until the team fight starts to get a little bit closer, or our Cass goes in aggressively, in which case we can go and damage boost our Cass, okay? Let's keep going though. We'll just go around wrecking the place. I mean, fair enough. Awesome. So just go up top, go and beat your Cass. Yeah, I don't know what your Soldier was doing. Nice that you pinged the res. You can res that, 100%. Go res it, go res it. That was a really open res for you. I don't understand why you didn't do it. Maybe it's because you didn't think it was safe, okay? But you know, with the picks that your team have just got, everyone's gonna be backing out. Plus, where's the point? The point's all the way, you know, the point's here, and you can see on the screen that there isn't anyone on that point right now. So don't be afraid to drop down and do this res, okay? You can very easily, because the res was about here-ish, wasn't it? Hold on, let me quickly rewind it ever so slightly, so it means that we can see exactly where the orb was. I have to go into you, isn't it? Ah, okay, so he's here. So your orb is here, right? So don't be afraid right now here to use your cast to sling down to get the Soldier whose orb will be here, and we can very easily drag it behind this wall, okay? Because so even if they are still main, we can still drag it behind this wall and get this res off, okay? The reason why I want you to do this res is because I want you to have all 5 people alive now for this next team fight, because it's going to be very, very hard with, you know, if your team just keep on staggering and staggering like this, which is a very, I guess, big issue back in the lower ranks about staggering and keeping the team together, okay? But one way you can really help with that as Mercy is going down and getting this res off, so it means as soon as that next team fight comes about, everyone is going to be available, okay? Let's keep going though. So we don't end up doing the res, which is fine. Our Moira fades into the backline again and dies, so that's just another stagger. Can't do it about that one, unfortunately. At this point, it's just waiting for them all to come in, basically. So, nice play with your Cass.
My ultimate is ready.
Nice, obviously saying that your ult's ready. I don't know why your Soldier is not playing up with you, but that's fine. That's his decision. Okay, what I want you to do here is I want you to look for a way in order to make sure that we can help everyone. feel like this game is very, very stagger heavy. I can already see it is, but it's fine, okay? What I want you to do here with your positioning, though, however, is I want you to try and find a way that you can help everyone. Because right now, you kind of extend your beam out to here. Means, A, we're going to lose sight with the cast, and also B, we're kind of like just stood here like, hey, point, how we doing? Kind of thing, and we're not helping anyone, okay? If you want to commit with playing on the high ground with the cast, which is where also your soldiers should be playing, but I'm not going to get into that detail, all we need to do here is I would literally just stand on the stairs like back here, or I'd play on this side of the castle, okay? Right now, I would probably stay playing on the stairs a little bit more, purely just looking at your soldier's positioning, okay? Because what we could do is, if we see our soldier that is going to start getting into some trouble, we could back to the back side of this and help him out like this, okay? Also gives us access to the stairs, so it means we can help our hog if he starts to rotate up here, okay? But right now, you coming all the way out here means that you're getting out of beam range of everyone. You want to try and make sure that you're staying in beam range within everyone of this, you know, as much as we can. So instead of you drifting out here, play on these stairs like this. Use your sight like this to keep making sure that we're keeping track of the soldier. Like, are you okay? Are you guys okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? You know, kind of thing. I feel like this might be a weird analogy, but think that you're like the runner of like a nursery or something, and you have like 20 odd like 3-year-olds that are running about, and you have to make sure that you keep an eye on all of them to make sure none of them have accidents. That's what you're doing as Mercy. You're literally stood around like, are you okay? You haven't fallen over, you haven't tripped on the play area, you haven't like, you know, randomly like choked on something. Are you okay? That's literally what you're doing as Mercy, okay? Just make sure that we're constantly checking and looking out for these guys, like, are you okay? All right, let's keep going though. So we've topped up hog. I can hear Reaper. So same thing again, it's just making sure that we're being ready for that Reaper, because I heard him come in to fade up, okay? Really nice res there. Nice topping up of the Moira as well. All I would do here is I would just stay up, what's it called? All I would do here is I would just stay up on this high ground. The reasoning is because there is no need for us to drop here. I don't know why your soldier has insisted on dropping. He should stay up on the high ground, but that's his mistake, not yours, okay? So, as soon as that soldier drops after this res, you just think, well, I've done my job. Poor, you know, Jimmy is just too dumb for this world. No, okay, that's really dark. But do you know what I mean? Like, it's very much like, you know, you can't help him because he's decided to get himself in a really bad spot, and there's just physically nothing you can do there, okay? So instead, just think to yourself, okay, he's gone. I need to make sure that I'm staying on the high ground and playing with my cast here, okay? And also trying to make sure that our hog's okay. So don't kind of drift out, feel like, no, like, soldier, when you realize, A, we've just used our res, so there's no way we can res him. And also, B, there's no way we can keep him alive as well, okay? So what I want you to do instead here is just literally stay up here and play with your, play with your cast instead, okay? Let's keep going, though. So, we Valk. Oh, why are we in third person again? There we are. I think it's going to keep accidentally pressing the space bar. Okay. I don't like your Valk here. But I realize why you've done it, and it's because you want to try and help your soldier and realize, oh my gosh, I don't want to die, so we've gone and Valked, okay? If you do a Valk like this, think, okay, what is the most I can do with this Valk now? And it'll be either A, trying to get your beam onto someone, or B, making sure that we're staying on the points here to be able to contest it. Because, looking at the enemy team that they've got, we can very easily drift above point about here-ish. Ryan will be able to hit us with his hammer, but we can still contest the payload, okay? And that's a really, one really key thing that you can do as Mercy, is be able to stall out points with your Valk, okay? So what I want you to do is we pop this Valk, okay? It's not a good Valk, but we're going to work with the Valk. So we pop this Valk, not a good Valk. We're going to work with it. What would I do here? So the point was like here, I would just literally come and GA onto this point, and I would just vibe above it like this. If they start attacking you, great, just go off for a second and then sling ourselves back on once our health's regened and everything, okay? So it means that we can also, we can just vibe above it like this, okay? There's no need for us to kind of just be vibing out here with our bag like this, because it's not going to get anything done. We've not put our beams onto anyone. It's not going to any better positioning. The best thing that we can do with this, I guess, dodgy Valk is play on the point like this, okay? Let's see what we end up doing with this Glock, though. I want to look at this aim. Let's have a quick little see. Also, we're going for the Ana. Good aim! Good aim, really good aim on the honor. Okay, just one really key thing is when we got that pick off, don't be afraid. Just do a really quick GA. For example, you had a GA target of your hog there. We could have used him to do a GA like this. So it means that we'll start off our GA, but then we do a quick little sling with the speed of Valk and come back up and behind this wall. Okay, so it means that we're probably not going to get picked off by this Zen. Okay, really good aim though on the honor. Really nice. Okay, let's keep going though. Unfortunately, we have ended up falling and we didn't find ourselves a nice little, like, I guess, GA section out. But it's fine. We've still got our Moira as alive, which is nice. The Rand ends up falling. I think overall the team fight actually ends up getting one as well, which is really nice. 50 for Honor Blood. No, you picked her up really nicely, man. Like, your aim was really good. Oh, that's really nice of your hog as well. Nice. So we have Moira ult, we have High Noon, and we have what's it called? Hoggle as well, pretty much coming up. The other person we don't have is Reaper. Nice Moira position right now though. Really nice. Nice. Just try to think where you're going to end up, though. If I see my Reaper reefing away from somewhere like this, I'm thinking there's some danger up ahead. I don't want to be down there, okay? So instead of you kind of like just J'ing and then just like sling yourself and like playing under here, use that sling instead to sling up, okay? That means then that you're going to avoid any kind of, I guess, danger that your Reaper might have had. I like that you drop forward though, because obviously our Moira is still like trying to come back basically, so it means we're not going to be back, okay? So I really like how you've come up to here basically in order to help, okay? Sorry, over to here, but just make sure that we're making it up onto this high ground a little bit more, just to make sure that we're definitely being cautious in case there is someone coming back from where your Reaper just was, okay? Let's keep going though. So, coalescent, sorry, not coal. God, my brain is just not working today. Okay. Oh, did you get stuck? I was like sat here and I was like, why are we stood still? And I saw the little hop out. I did not realize you can get stuck on this piece. As I said, it's a Halloween like version of the map, so it means that you don't end up seeing it that often. Wow. Okay, you can get stuck here. Nice little mental note. Okay. One really key thing is just, I know that the Rhines come in. Nice that you've warned your cast, but I feel like that's gonna be pretty much enough warning. So come back to make sure that your team's okay, and then as well check our position. Okay. I got stuck. I was like sat there and I was like, why are you not moving? And I saw you kind of like do the little hop out, and I was like, oh, you got stuck. Let's say a nice little mental note just to have. Anyways, let's keep going. Nice that you won your, what's it called? Your cast, though. Nice. Make sure we're getting away from the Rhine, though. Okay. So, what I would do here... Let's quickly rewind it. So, we use our GA to get up. That is great, okay? But because we realize that the Rhine is here, I don't want you just to end your GA pretty much being here, okay? Instead, what I want you to do is I want you to end it, but be behind the Rhine like this, okay? This means that A, you can get your pistol onto the Rhine if you know, if you're feeling trigger happy. But also B, it makes the Rhine think. Because it makes the Rhine think, okay, do I go for the cast or do I go for the mercy? Okay, that means that the Ryan's gonna make a choice. If Ryan decides to come for you, you have a GA target of your cast. We could just easily just GA and then kind of sling ourselves back around here-ish if we need to. Or we can use our sling to get ourselves even further back on this bridge as well if we need to as well, okay? If the Ryan decides to keep going for the cast, well then that's fine because we could just sit back and just be like, I'm just going to help my cast like this. And also we can still shoot him from the back as well if we need to, okay? So don't be kind of like just walking out like this to the Rhyme, because then it's just going to mean, you know, the Rhyme could easily just go do like this, okay? So that's what ends up happening to you. You end up kind of J'ing into him. And then we don't really look to see where we're J'ing to afterwards. Like, yes, I know that you're panicking, that you want to try and get away from this Rhine, but when you're doing this GA and sling, try if you can to make sure it's going to be in some way, like for example slinging down here, to make sure A, we're out of LOS of all like the enemy team, and also B, we're going to be out of the way from the Rhine as well, okay? So just make sure that we're kind of like going out of the way if you can. So for example, I GA myself like down here or something, because then it makes the Rhine have to drop off high ground, and it also means we can still help our cast out and we're still going to be out of LOS, okay? Let's keep going though. So we end up in the back line. Nice use and damage boost of our Moira. Nice. Awesome. Okay, so we still know that the Ryan's up top. Don't worry too much about him. Really nice that, you know, he's there. Just work on working with your cast right now. Reaper has Wraith and TP in order to make sure that he can get away from the Ryan. And because we can just register that he's up there, we just have to make sure that we're still keeping an eye on, make sure that, you know, he's still up there, basically. There's no need for us to go up there to help Reaper, because Reaper's full HP, and all he's doing is pretty much probably just shooting a Ryan shield, pretty much, okay? So, no need for you to do anything here. Instead, just keep playing with your cast down below, and try to help him get a pick off on one of the supports. For example, that Anna's really, really weak there, and she looks like she's kind of stood out into the open. Let's just do a quick little double check at her positioning. Oh yeah, look, she's trying to back off here, you know, which we can very easily just, you know, if our cast decides to walk forward in a second and she's still stood out with this little archway like this, cast could very easily go boop and gone. Okay? Let's keep going though. So, Bob gets pulled. Nice helping your hog here with it. I'm going to be thinking Ryan's going to have a shadow pretty soon, so I'd be looking to head up top. Nice res. He's got a shadow, so make sure that we're kind of playing out of the way here. Yeah. Save again, we haven't been, what's it called? We haven't been tracking this Ryan shatter again, so it just means that we're going to be caught out by it, okay? Let's quickly review all this, okay? So, this is all fine, healing your hog here. However, as soon as I know that these guys are going to start contesting this point, I'd be thinking, okay, where's a safe spot for me to help the hog as well as play out of the way? In which case, that'll be the bridge for me, okay? So what I would do here is I would use my hog to do a super jump up, okay? This means I have options, because it means I can help my cast, and I could also help out the rest of my team, okay? So if you can, try to make sure that you're playing in between, what's it called? Like, you have options for the entirety of your team, okay? Because right now, you kind of playing back here, it only means you have access to pretty much your hog and whoever's on the low ground. Whereas if we hop up here, we have options between the cast, the hog, and also if we do need to drift out forward like this, we have options for everyone else as well, okay? Which I feel like is what you're struggling with right now, Luke. It's very much that you're kind of like just playing wherever you feel like, oh, I should play over here, okay? Instead, think to yourself, where is the best place I can play that's going to be A, helpful for my team, but also B, to make sure I'm out of LOS of everyone. And right now, that would be playing up on this bridge. This bridge, if you have control of this bridge on Icon Ward, it is so, so important for your team, okay? Because if you can keep high ground control with your cast, the cast could easily, because what's going to happen is Ryan's just going to walk forward, isn't he, to help, you know, to start shooting at your hog and everything. Cast can just go pew, 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 and he's got like his own like little free shooting range. And it's the exact same as well if the enemy team decide to push up onto this bridge and then gain contention of this bridge. Because then as soon as you guys start to recontest like on that kind of bridge section there, it's so, so hard if they have a hit scan of this bridge because there's nowhere for you to peek. This is why this bridge is so, so important to have available for your team. So if you can make sure that you and Cass are staying on it like this, it will help your team out so, so much, okay? So as soon as you have availability, use your hog to super jump up. It means that we can still play with our hog and we can still keep our beam onto him, but we have the option to make sure we can damage his cast ready for his high noon, which is going to use in just 1 second. So, high noon gets popped. Sadly, ends up getting taken down by everyone, but that's fine because we've got the res, okay? Stay up on this high ground now, okay? Is there any need for us to drop? No, because we can still get our beams onto all of these guys by playing up on this high ground, okay? And also we still have options with Cass, because as soon as Cass respawns, we can very easily chuck a damage boost on him. Pew, pew! And, you know, they're gone, okay? So, what I would do here is instead of you backing off, we don't need to, we can still stay in beam range here, res and then stay here so we can help with the rest of these guys like this, okay? Let's keep going, though. So, as I said, I know that Ryan has Shatter. Even if I did end up down here, I'd be looking already for a GA to my DPS over here. Because allow the Ryan to overextend like this, so it gives free reign for your Cass and your Reaper to go onto the rest of the team if you can, okay? So, you have a second option here for you to GA yourself out to your Reaper here or to your Cass, okay? Let's keep going. So, Shatters are coming out. Once again, we haven't tracked it, so it means that we don't know that it's there. Nice that we end up, obviously, surviving it, which is nice. Nice heals on the hog. We don't have res for that. Maybe let's readjust our positioning right now, because we're very much kind of like just hovering about here, and it's very, very hard for us to do anything. What I would like you to do here, and this is purely because there's nobody up on this high ground, J yourself up and play up on here. because then you have range of everyone, okay? Why I'm saying that, because only just this one time, because normally one of their DPS, for example, what should happen is their Ashe should be on top of this high ground. It means that they can very easily free reign. If they see that you're playing up here, they can just go pew pew and you're gone, okay? So it's fine here as long as you're, as long as the enemy team don't have contention of it. If they do, let's play somewhere a little bit different, okay? Let's maybe play on these stairs a little bit, so it means that we're going to be out of the way. Or if we do want to play back here, we have to play back, really back here in this kind of room here, okay? It's a hard one to play on, this kind of section of Icon Ward, especially when you get more towards the bridge and everything. This bridge in particular, by the way, not that bridge, that bridge. So you want to try and make sure that you're trying to find somewhere, for example, playing back here, so we're not going to take any unnecessary damage. Okay, let's keep going though. So, nice heals. All we need to do here is back off into the room, okay? So, we're helping our cast. As I said, I would be looking out for the Death Blossom here because he's not used it in a while. And we can't, you know, rely on our cast to be able to stun it for us. So, when I see Reaper wraithing and walking in like this, I'm thinking, he's got a Death Blossom, what am I going to do, okay? This is where your positioning will come in handy, because let's say you were playing in this room and he goes, die, 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 die. Oh, no! And you're already in your cover, okay? So what I want you to do here, Luke, is I want you to try and make sure that you're playing in some kind of piece of cover. If you were playing out to the stairs like this, you have so much nice cover as well, because you just have to stay here with a healing beam, okay? Just whatever you do, do not G into the Reaper wall, because 9 times out of 10, you will die. And you will not get anything from it, okay? So instead, what I want you to do here is, if you're playing on the stairs, play back here. If you're playing more towards the room, then we just back off into the room. Don't G into the Blossom, okay? Because it's not going to get us anywhere, and it's not going to help us. We don't have the speed with our GAs to be able to G in and out of a Reaper like that, because we will just fall over and just keel over and die, okay? Let's keep going though. So Blossom happens. Get us free, which is really, really good. And the mystical taco gets a 4K. But it's fine, because we're going to have a recontest. We're going to have our own Valk in order to recontest. We're also going to have our own Blossom as well, as long as our Hog walks forward to start contesting. As I said, we also do have our Valk to start contesting it as well if we do need to. I would probably... Okay. I would have used my Valkyrie to contest. As soon as I saw that my Hog was going for a hook kill off the side instead of going to contest the point, I would have thought to myself, okay, I'm going to Valk this, okay? What we could have done is we could have used our Valk through the top window here. So it means that we could get our Valk on and recontest, because we can get a really good recontest here, okay? As long as our Reaper decides to drop Blossom early on before this Zenyatta has time to, you know, build up the rest of its ult, it means that we can recontest this, okay? So don't be afraid to use your Valkyrie to come and recontest. It's kind of on your Hog as well, because I don't know why. I know if your Hog's, you know, your Hog has to be the one to touch there, and he's instead spent half his time stood AFK and the other half like going to hook someone off the map. But what can we do as Mercy here? We can come in with our Valk through the top window and then use it to start contesting. So it means if this Hog does get a Hog, you know, a hook off, it's already going to be a really, really great start to the team fight. Wait for our Reaper to come back with a Blossom in a second. Zed hasn't built up his ultimate in time. Very easy, like, damage boost, what's it called? Reaper roll, and we can hold this team fight here. Okay? Let's keep going, though. So unfortunately, we do end up getting picked off there. We did save our Valk, though, which is nice. You know, you didn't end up popping the Valk there at all. And we have forced him to use Transcendence, which means next team fight, we just need to go in and damage boost Reaper. Now, I don't mind just staying Mercy here, because obviously, you know, you've got your Valk. However, I would now be kind of looking, if I can, to be able to get off Mercy. This is purely just because you don't really have any good damage boostable targets right now, in my opinion. Like, sure, you got, what's it called? You've got Junkrat and everything, which is great. Can't do anything with your Moira there, by the way. Nice. Love how you're just playing back here, because you know it's going to be unsafe. J across here. Use your D.Va to J across here. We don't want to be kind of like just walking across, because we're going to take headshot damage from the Ashe. But just walk across. Just quickly, as I was saying about the switching here, I would recommend probably getting off Mercy here, just to make sure that we can go someone else that's going to have a little bit more impacts. I would personally maybe go someone like a Bap or a Juno or something like that. But if you want to keep on playing Mercy, that's completely fine, because I'll obviously be talking to you about ways that we can enable these guys anyways. But if you are ever thinking about, you know, wanting to flex a little bit more, like I've been doing a lot more, for example, it means then that we can still find other ways to help enable better, okay? Let's keep going, though. So, Don't know what your Reaper's doing, but nice how you don't end up going in. Nice. Don't be kind of holding this wide angle here, though, if you can. Stay to the side. I don't know why I stayed Mercy. It's fine for you to stay Mercy right now because you've got Valk, and you can use Valk to use extended beams onto the Reaper's Blossom in case he decides to use it in the back line. It's really good as well because the Zen's already used his Transcendence last team fight, so it means that you can very easily get a really nice damage to his Blossom off. So it's fine for you to play, you know, Mercy for this bit because you can use your Valk effectively to be able to help your Reaper. Unless if you, I don't know, like, Mercy's Valk isn't the best, in my opinion. Like, it's probably, like, the worst support ultimate out of them all. And that's not saying it's, like, a bad ultimate, because obviously, you know, it's you know, support ultimates are broken anyways. But we can very easily just switch someone else. But back to what we're saying right now. You can help your diva the exact same by playing over here, okay? You don't want to open up an angle to the enemy team if you can avoid it, okay? So what you've done here is by playing here, you've opened up this entire sight line. Can you see how the Ashe and the Zen are already staring you down, and the Honor's probably going to end up staring you down in a minute? We don't want that to happen. Instead, we want to try and make sure that we're playing some way in order to make sure that we're completely out of LOS for everyone, okay? So, play over here. We're either going to play over here, or we can G ourselves up onto this high ground like this and play up on here as well if we need to, okay? So don't be kind of like just hanging yourself out here like dum-de-dum-de-dum, hi, because you're just going to take a lot of spam damage off it, especially when our diva, it has lost her DM in a second. Because remember, diva's DM in the last, like, what, like 3.5 seconds, isn't it? So we don't want to just vibe out here and waste our diva's DM. Instead, we want to make sure that we're using ourselves to get up onto this high ground or playing, like, back down there to make sure that we're not, you know, going to take any unnecessary damage. But that's fine. Keep going. Nice. So Reaper's saying he's got his ult. I'd Valk now. Valk now. Bit late on the Valk, okay? Because you can hear your Reaper saying, my ultimate's ready, my Diff Blossom's ready, all this kind of stuff. You know, being very annoying and spamming it. What I would do here is I would Valk early, so it means that I can fly up and get myself a really good LOS for me to get on and damage boost the Reaper ult here. Okay, so I'd Valk early, make sure that I'm getting up, so it means that I'm ready to damage boost this, because we've only got a damage boost kill onto that Honor through the Moira, okay? We haven't assisted the Death Blossom enough, okay? So what I want you to do, as soon as you hear him, like, spamming and coming out, like, fading through this corridor, we pop our Valk, and we try to make sure that we can find any way possible to get our beam onto him, okay? Let's keep going. Nice pick. Go on. Don't be shooting your own diva, though. Nice aim. Your aim is really good, Luke. I will say that, okay? I feel like as soon as you're able to lock onto a target, you can do it really, really effectively, okay? Just when he's in that Wraith form, don't be afraid just to switch to the beam for a second to keep your diva up. As soon as you know that Wraith form's ending, whip the pistol out and carry on with the pistol in. Let's get really nice aim again. No issues with your aim whatsoever. Nice. Wait till the end of Valk to heal. Wait till the end of Valk to heal, because that will give us a solid, like, 10 to 15% ult charge, which, if we want to stay as Mercy and looking at the time back remaining, it's going to be very, very hard for us to build another Valk again if we start healing early on, okay? Because we got, as it just flashed up, team kill, okay? That means that there's not going to be anyone coming in trying to, like, you know, get your diva anytime soon. So instead, save yourself and think, okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to wait until after Valk, and then I can use it to heal up my diva. Also, make sure that you're alerting your Moira that you're doing that as well, because you don't want your Moira to steal the ult charge. Okay, so we wait till the end of Valk to heal, so we can get more ult charge. And now we just have to basically watch out for their ultimates. So they're going to have a shatter again, as proven. Nice, you didn't get caught out by that point, because you're telling your team to back up, which would be really nice. Nice damage on the Coalescence. Same thing again, though. For this entire team fight, we played very out in the open like this, okay? What I want you to do is I want you to play on these stairs here, okay? Play on these stairs, because all we have to do here is if we do need to peek our diva, we can jiggle peek it like this and just peek, get our beam on, and come back here. And that will last about 1.3 seconds, I believe it is, okay? So instead of you just kind of playing out in the open like this, like, hi, enemy team, how are you all doing? You know, play over here. Play over here, because it means we can still beam these three guys really, really nicely, and we can still help our Moira with the Coalescence and doing, you know, the damage boost, especially because Coalescence does really, like, a lot of damage with all, like, the buffs that Moira's had recently. But also, it means that we can very easily come in to go and help our diva like this as well. Okay, let's keep going, though. So, nice damage boost onto diva, though. Nice pick up onto your Reaper. Nice. Nice to tell your team to pull back now as well. Very nice. Nice, you've not changed yourself out into the outside the castle as well. Very, very nice. Okay, we're resetting again. A very creative ult by Mystical Taco, but that's fine. We've set off a bomb. Don't be afraid to damage boost your Junkrat here, because your Junkrat's probably going to do the most damage, like, outright. To be able to, what's it called? To get, like, some kind of spam damage in as they're coming in. Because, remember, D.Va's very close range, Moira, apart from her orb, is very close range, and your Reaper's very close range, okay? The only kind of longer range person that you've got on your team right now is your Junkrat, okay? So in order to get some spam damage at the beginning, I'd be starting damage boosting my Junkrat, okay? It's also really, really great for the bomb, because what's going to happen is bomb's going to come up, isn't it? So what's going to happen is, while the bomb's going up, your Junkrat can very easily, like, start damaging the people that are being zoned by the D.Va bomb, okay? Let's keep going, though. Or we could pistol ourselves. That's also a very great option. If you want to, just keep a pistol in. Genuinely. Oh. Okay, so because I could hear the Ryan coming to pin in, I'm not going to help my Reaper get out here. If my Reaper dies here, that's on him, and I'd rather keep myself alive and the rest of my team alive, ready for this last team fight, okay? So if Reaper goes in and feeds here, that's on him. So don't be afraid, just be like, I'm not going to help that Reaper because that's out of my capabilities, as per example here. Because if you do try to go and help him, we end up getting picked off. So what I want you to do, Luke, is whenever you see someone doing something, for example, like the soldier on second point, when he dropped down, you know, just like under the archway where the Sojourn was, and you kind of like drop to think, oh no, I should go and help him. Try it now, if you can. Realize times where your healing is, or when your help is not going to be enough, or it's going to get you killed, okay? Because as a Mercy, you want to try and stay alive as much as possible, and if you die as a Mercy, it makes it very, very hard for your team to win that team fight out, because you're not there being a presence, okay? So what I want you to work on, Luke, is I want you to work on trying to kind of like debase in your head if someone is savable or not. And if they're not savable, or you feel like they're making a really, really stupid decision, don't go and help them. Okay? Let's keep going though. So we've unfortunately died due to the Rhyme pin. They've used Transcendence in order to, you know, transcend out. Luckily nobody else has been caught out, which is really, really nice. We just have to make sure that our D.Va stays alive here, which unfortunately she doesn't. So nice comes coming up your D.Va. Nice Reaper's TP behind D.Va. Nice, just keep healing her here. Keep healing her. Remember, she doesn't have a lot of healing. As you're doing so, I'd be working to GA myself up into this high ground here, or GA myself a little bit closer, but still being within cover. So when they start turning around this corner, I'm not just going to be stood out here in the open. Let's keep going. Nice, she's got her mech back. Good damage boost here. Just same thing again. Just be really, really wary with how we're positioning. And really nice. Okay, overall, Luke, I will say though, like, I feel like your kind of damages and healing beams are usually really, really great. It's just little bits of positioning you're struggling with. But your aim with your pistol though is genuinely insane. I love it. Okay, let's keep going though. So let's see what we're going to end up doing here. Have an Ashe now, so Ashe is going to be our main blue beam target. Let's just get straight into it. So don't be afraid to push up here just to help damage with that Moira orb. So, because we've hit that Reaper, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to Jace my D.Va and J up, okay? The reason is because if I go vertically, it means that I'm going to be it's going to be harder for the Reaper to catch me out or anything, okay? So as soon as I hear that Reaper in this room, which very much, you know, you're not expecting to see a Reaper in that room, which is why I don't, you know, I'm not going to get mad at you for, you know, having a bad position here. But instead, I want you to work on who you're going to GA to, okay? Your Moira is still really, really, like, what's it called, close to you. So what I want you to do is find someone that's quite far away, use your, your D.Va, but then use your vertical super jump when you get to about this kind of pillar bit here. So it means that you're going to be very out of the way for the Reaper to get you. Okay, let's keep going though. I think this gives about 60% damage, 40% heals, and honestly, that's a really, really good stat line. Especially at the moment, because I feel like Mercy does a lot of healing at the moment. So really, really great that you still managed to push that damage boost a lot, which is very, very nice. So nice heals onto your D.Va. Don't be afraid just to make that a GA cancel there, by the way, instead of just a GA sling. Just to make sure in case we need it next time, okay? Nice. So, same thing again, don't peek, because they're just going to be spamming out this main bit, especially because they've got that Pharah now. Pharah has somehow died to the Moira though, but that's fine. Nice. Pistol. Nice. Good making the Ryan turn, though. Good rest. Can't really do too much more there because you healed her throughout that entire thing. And yeah. Nice cap there. So we're on the payload now. Obviously allowing Reaper to do his own like little Reaper things, which is completely fine because obviously main blue beam is going to be our Ashe. Nice dropping forward here. I will say I love your flicking onto the D.Va whenever you can. Don't be peeking there though. Don't be peeking this bit here because you know that they're going to start recontesting like through that window in a second. So I don't want you to peek that, okay? You're actually really, really fine right here, okay? Remember, if you're safe, stay in that space, okay? The only time that you're not going to be safe is if these guys start to walk forward this little bit on the just in case. So just literally just play here. If you do hear them start to come past, don't walk across like you did, okay? Instead, use your D.Va to GA, but don't GA to her. GA kind of like out here-ish a little bit more, just to make sure you're going to be as safe as possible, okay? Let's keep going though. Nice. Nice. I've been looking for a sling, by the way, in order to help our Reaper here. Okay, it's Jade away. Nice Jade back. I see Reaper, though. Nice. Okay. If I actually didn't hit the shots there, I would be looking to do a GA to your D.Va, by the way, just to make sure that you're getting away from that Reaper. Try not to damage boost the D.Va here, but it said try to damage boost someone that's going to do the damage to the Rhine. Oh, okay, we're getting very aggressive there. Don't do that. don't get aggressive hits the Rhine. Yes, I know you want to get the stagger kill onto him, but make sure that you have someone, like, for example, your team are going to be kind of, like, more with you than that, okay? Don't be kind of forcing yourself to kind of get really, really aggressive onto this Rhine when you don't need to. So what I would be looking to do here, instead of you sling yourself in and be like, Ryan, come here, I'd be looking to think, okay, where's my Ashe going to now reposition so I can go and help her out and maybe get another pick onto someone that might be respawning. Okay? Sorry. I got a bit aggressive. Yeah, just a little bit. That's okay. So look at the Rhinos are falling. Ooh, make sure, once again, another issue here where we have to make sure that we're letting our D.Va know. If you just see our D.Va like flying past here, go back with her, okay? However, if we feel like she's gonna stay, or we've pinged it or notified her being like, hey, I'm gonna do this res, make sure that we're doing that, okay? So it means we can get the res off nice and safely and we're not just randomly doing it out in the open, okay? Don't be afraid to ask your tanks for help with these reses, okay? Because now they've lost both supports, so it's gonna be hard for them, you know, to be aggressive and take a really aggressive kind of angle here. Alright, let's keep going though. They have switched to a Widowmaker, which I'm hoping you have realised via the leaderboard, well, the little scoreboard. And they just use Blossom as well, which is really, really handy, okay? So I think the main thing I'm going to be saying to you as we're going out here is to make sure that we're kind of looking out for where that Widow is going to be. As we can hear it off that high ground. Ooh, don't sling up to it. Okay. So, because we know this Widow is up there, we know the Widow the Widow's up there because we can hear her doing like a little SMG to the Ashe, and that's the reason why your Ashe has fallen, okay? So, instead of you G'ing up onto here, be like, hey, Widow, how we doing? You know, I want you to, instead, G underneath her. G underneath this bridge here, because then it means that we're going to be underneath the, what's it called? The Widow, and we're not just going to randomly just G into her, okay? Let's keep going, though. So Widow's still up there. We don't want to recontest this, not without our DPS. Oh, okay. We're going to go in and pistol ourselves. Respect it. Nice. Don't be going for the res here. Just do that as a GA sling to get yourself out of the way, like over to here, for example. I don't want you to sling in and then go back out, because that means we're going to take a lot of unnecessary damage, or we might end up, you know, getting picked off, you know, by doing this, okay? And also, I'm not going to get this res off at the moment. So what I want you to do instead is I want you to use your D.Va to sling yourself out to the side. Make sure you're in a safe position, ready for this next team fight. Okay, let's keep going, though. So we're kind of pushed to the point now, which is fine. Nice. Don't Valk yet. Don't Valk yet. The reason is because not everyone is back to recontest this yet. And also, I want you to see how Coalescence is doing first, okay? A really good key, like, I guess, rule of thumb with supports is don't pop your support ultimate at the same time as your, I guess, counterpart's support ultimate, okay? this is something that you can carry across with any support that you're playing. For example, you don't really want to nano at the same time that you're using beat. You don't want to use coalescence at the same time as you're using Junewalt, because you're using two very broken ultimates at the same time. When in reality, we can use one for team fight, we can use ours the next team fight, so it means the team fight after that, our other support is going to have those up. So for example, let's take this kind of option here, right? Moira uses her coalescence this team fight, and let's say we use another ultimate as well. Let's say we use Bob as well, okay? That means once we've won this team fight, we push it back past their gates, we can use our Valk as our ultimate that next team fight. Then when it gets towards the, like final point there, Moira should have another coalescence available. Moira can then use her coalescence and we'll be about 50 to Valk, okay? It's a very nice way for you to be able to rotate your support ultimates, because it's very, very rare that you want to pop both at the same time, unless it's like a very kind of key fight that you guys need to win, okay? But for a team fight like this, you can allow coalescence to go off to begin with and then use our Valk afterwards, okay? Let's keep going though, because we could very easily just done all this while not being in Valk. Oh, I thought we were going to sling through and go and like start attacking the what's it called. Oh, okay, we're going after the Bastion. Nice. Nice cover usage, really good. I will say, your cover usage, whenever you're using the pistol, is really, really great. Like, knowing that you need to back off because Bastion's in turret form, really, really nice. I feel like whenever you get your what's called your pistol out, A, your aim is insane, but also B, your positioning and I guess kind of like game sense is really, really great. Luke, apply that now to when you're using your beams, okay? Use that exact same, I guess, kind of notation. Think to yourself, okay, where's the best place I need to position myself when I've got my beams out, not just in the pistol form, okay? Let's keep going, though. So, broken through the wall, which is really, really great. Got to go pick up our D.Va. Don't be afraid just to heal up your D.Va here. So, we have Blossom and we have Bob. Both are really, really great to damage boost, so I'll be looking into, trying to do them. Save again, don't open up that angle, we don't need to. And you guys actually end up winning the team fight, okay? Really, really nice. Okay, Luke, let's talk about it. First of all, and I feel like I never ever say this to any Mercies, so you should feel privileged that I'm saying this. Your aim is insane, genuinely. Like, I feel like every single time that you've got out the pistol, your aim has been absolutely immaculate, okay? And I say that to very few people. And I feel like I guess the decisions that you make with your pistol are sometimes really great, but sometimes not the best. But I will say whenever you do, your positioning is great with it. And your, I guess, aim with it as well is really, really great. So honestly, I'm not even kidding you. Just tone it down a tiny little bit. But other than that, like, keep up with your glockage, because I really like it, okay? Another thing as well is your beam usage. I feel like whenever you're using your beams, you always have the right one on. Love to see how much you're trying to push damage boost as well. It's really, really great to see, okay? Really love it, okay? Main things I want you to work on, Luke, though, is first of all your position, okay? Whenever you're playing with your position, okay, think to yourself, where is my hard cover? And don't be reliant on soft cover, like your D.Va's CM or like your Rhine shield, okay? Because there's a lot of the times where you kind of like just stood, for example, like let's say, hold on, let's just get like a random like piece of the map out, okay? Let's say, for example, your Rhine shield is like here, right? Your Rhine shield is here, and you're stood just directly behind him here. So that means if your, what's it called? If your like Rhine drops shield or your D.Va drops DM, everyone has free reign at shooting you, okay? Just correctify your position and think, okay, where's my team playing? Let's play what I call one step back. What I mean by one step back is if your team wants to back off, where are they going to back off to? Because that's where you want to be. So let's take a real key example here. Let's say my team are fighting here and my Rhine is here, okay? I want to play back here, because that means I'm already cutting out with LOS for everyone over there and I've got my hard cover. If they start using ultimates or they start being aggressive or my tanks start being too aggressive and they start backing off, where am I going to go to? Okay, well, I'm going to back off and I'm going to play either inside this like little room bit here, or I'm going to back off to behind, I guess, like this little wall coverage of like the rubble and everything, okay? Just what I would like you to do now, Lucas, I would like you to kind of think to yourself, okay, where is it safe for me to play and how can I play one step back with my team, okay? And I guess I'll kind of like come more in as well with your like GAs and stuff. Because I feel like you're not GAing too much, Luke. And honestly, it's really, really great to see like you're not spamming it or anything. And I feel like you are genuinely using it for a reason. It's just making sure that we're in a good position already to begin with. So we can get a good GA off and back if you need to, okay? My other thing with you, Luke, is I want you to be a little bit more proactive, and this is to do with both your team and the enemy team, okay? Because, for example, I think there was about 3 times we ended up being caught out by the enemy around Shatter, but also there was a few times where we didn't actually get our chance to damage boost the Reaper ult, and both times is due to you not being proactive and you being ready for that to happen, okay? You should be kind of expecting a Rhine ult. If I'm expecting a Rhine ult, okay, well, I'm going to play out of the way. I'm going to play up on a high ground, or I'm going to play, you know, in a way that he's not going to come and shatter me, but shatter the rest of my team. Oh, I've got my Reaper already. I'm going to wait for him to spam his ultimate voice line, or for him to tell me, or to see him rape into the enemy backline in order to use that ultimate. So I'm going to be ready to damage boost that, okay? It's just that little bit of proactiveness that I feel like is not your best thing at the moment, okay? Be thinking to yourself, okay, what's going to happen in the next team fight? What also going to be happening? Have a little bit of, I guess, a little recap in your head of what's going to happen before you start that next team fight, okay? But with that though, Luke, obviously an absolutely amazing VOD, and please do let me know if you have any more issues. But just once again, thank you so much for on YouTube as well as on Twitch for watching this. If you guys do want your own messy VOD reviews, I do them absolutely for free over on my Twitch, and I talk about it all at the beginning of the video. If you guys want some of my own gameplay though, however, there are going to be 2 links down in the description. One of them is obviously to the Twitch where I record everything live, and the second one as well is to my main YouTube channel where I post all of my content as well. So if you guys do want to see any of my own gameplay, then you're more than welcome to go and look over there as well. And also the Discord, join the Discord, that is also down in the description. But yeah, just once again, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Bye!